What's up, YouTube? I'm Josh, and this is Beard Meets Flavor. Today, we're going to show you something super simple and super delicious that'll blow your family and friends' minds. I'm going to show you how to make fresh, homemade salsa two ways and a guacamole recipe that will kick Chipotle to the curb. Stick around, we'll show you how it's done. All right, so word of the day is fresh. We're making fresh homemade salsa two ways. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make a Pico de Gallo, and then we're also gonna do some fire roasted salsa. This is going to blow away any salsa you've had at Mexican restaurants, whatever. It's super easy. You can do this at home, and it's gonna make people think you actually know how to cook, which it does for me. So. We got some tomatoes, some jalapenos, some onions, some cilantro. So we're gonna kind of do this in a fashion that, whatever, we're gonna make it happen. So typically, first thing we're gonna do, I'm just gonna set some stuff down for the fire roasted salsa. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna take kind of have a 3-to-1 Roma tomato ratio to jalapeno. So I'm gonna do 6 Roma tomatoes, 2 jalapenos, and then I'm gonna chop up some onion. For this kind of salsa with tomato, I like to use white onion. If I'm gonna do like a fruit salsa, like the pineapple salsa, I'll usually use like a red onion because it adds a little contrast to the sweet fruit flavor. But since we're just doing the standard tomato salsa, we're gonna use white onion. So we're gonna dehusk this bad boy. I'm gonna get rid of the weird paper shell. Like so. Just peel it back. The layers of the onion. All right, we're gonna throw that in the trash. All right, so here we have 6. You know what? Let's get crazy. I got a little dinner I'm making food for this weekend for my Grammy's birthday. So I'm gonna make a little extra so we can use that for that. So I got 9 Roma tomatoes, 3 jalapenos, and 2 onions. I'm gonna turn the oven on, broil, high, start.
He only has 1 onion.
No, 2 halves. All right, so I'm gonna throw that in the oven. We're gonna get some nice char on all of this stuff, and then we'll come back. I'll show you how to do a nice, super simple Pico de Gallo. All right, so while we got the veggies roasting for the fire roasted salsa, I'm going to show you a real simple way to make some Pico de Gallo, which I don't know, maybe means the crow of the rooster or the beak of the rooster. Somebody who actually speaks Spanish will have to tell me. So we're sticking to the kind of the same 3-to-1 ratio on the tomatoes and the onions. We're going to dice all this good jazz up. We just sharpened the old knives, so we'll see how that does. And so we're gonna get some kind of, smaller chunks. These guys somehow missed the boat, so we're just gonna chop them up. Okay. So we're gonna do that for the tomatoes. I'll go ahead and finish up the tomatoes while you guys, I don't know, do what you guys do. And we'll come back, I'll show you the diced tomatoes. We'll chop up the jalapeno, and then we'll crack off with some onions. We'll make this happen. All right, so we got the tomatoes nice and chopped. Chop them like you've seen a Pico de Gallo before. Now we're gonna chop the jale. All right, so here's where we meet some controversy. A lot of people you will see have you take out the ribs and the seeds because it's too hot. We like the hot, so we're gonna leave that shit in. We're gonna make it happen. So we're gonna cut these in, I don't know, maybe like a julienne. And we're gonna flip them on their side, get these bad boys, and get a nice fine dice. Try to leave some fingers for the family. Not sure what that means. All right, so again, chop those bad boys. All right, I thought that was blood, but it's just tomato, so we're okay. And again, same thing, you know, chop these pretty fine. You don't want to blow anybody out with some big fat chunks of jale. You know, if you don't like heat, get rid of the ribs and the seeds. If you really don't like heat, you can use bell pepper. You can use, you know, different kinds of peppers. You can even throw some habanero in there if you want to get wild. I thought about doing that, but I figured I'd probably be the only person that actually eats it. So just going with 2 jales, 1 jale, 3 tomatoes. We're gonna cut up some onion, take care of the kid. We'll come back. Okay, so we diced up some onions as well while we were taking care of the little man. We got some cilantro, a small head of cilantro. So we're going to go ahead and get the leaves off. You can keep the stems for the next batch of salsa. I'll show you. And we're just going to chop this up nice and fine. So a Pico de Gallo is a little rustic, so you don't have to be super, you know, concerned about how fine you chop it. It's gonna look nice, okay? So now take some freshly ground pepper because we love pepper. Then you're gonna take some salt, season that bad boy. Don't over salt it first because again you're gonna want to taste it, see how it feels. Salt will kind of help pull moisture out of everything and help it kind of combine. This stuff is best made the day before because you want it to kind of sit in the fridge, let the flavors meld and do their thing. We're going to give it a lime juice, and then we're going to mix. Look at this. Look at that. Fresh, delicious, colorful, beautiful. Okay, there you go. First salsa done, Pico de Gallo. Took us 6 minutes. Let's get some of that cilantro out there. Let's give it a little, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna get a chip. I'm having trouble because I didn't do that before. All right, here we go. Right? A little chippy do. Oh man, forgot the beard, the flavor, we meeting. That's delicious. Fresh, crisp, not too spicy. I love cilantro, a little bit of salt. I mean, it's just perfect. It's coming together. So we're gonna let this hang out and continue to build flavor. And then we'll come back, we'll show you the roasted veggie salsa here in just a sec. Okay, so here's what we're looking for. A warped ass pan. But look at that color. Look at that char. If you're not salivating, there's something wrong with your soul. All right? So now, we're gonna take these bad boys, put them in here, a blender, okay? And because we got a little shit blender, we're gonna do this in pieces, so it's fine, okay? Boom, all the tomatoes, got them in there. Now we need the goddamn lid, and she's gonna yell at me because I didn't prepare.
I'm always getting yelled at on this channel.
I do this for you, guys. All right, so what we're gonna do, blend. There we go. That's what blending sounds like. You gotta love it. All right, that's gonna be hot, so I'm not gonna touch that because I'm not that stupid. I'm gonna bring this guy over here. We're gonna take these jales, okay, Los Tres Amigos, and we're gonna cut off the stems. Again, we're leaving in the seeds and the ribs because we ain't no bitch. We'll take these guys, very warm, you can see, because they're doing the steamy steam. Look at that guy, steamy steam. All right, let's grind. Apparently that button doesn't work. Neither does that, but let's do this one. Okay. That's what blending sounds like. Now we're gonna take these onion. We're gonna cut off the whatever nubbin. Just, you know, chop them up so they're more manageable for the shit blender. Kid was not as big a fan of the watermelon we gave him to shut him up as we hoped. All right, so now here, boom. We're gonna throw half that onion in, do the okay. Oh, he's pissed. So I'm gonna throw this in. I'm gonna finish blending this. We're gonna fix that. We'll be right back. All right, so we got the tomatoes, onions, and jalapenos blended. I'm gonna take the stems from the Pico de Gallo, and then this other bunch of cilantro. Again, we got this little shit blender, so it's at max cap right now. We're gonna see how this goes. So far, so good, right? Let's. This could be a fucking disaster. So, get ready, YouTube. Why is it? There we go. Got some shit happening now. There we go. Yeah. All right, baby. Look at it do its thing. Oh God. So we got everything blended just in time because I feel like the blender's gonna die. So as you can see, got a nice smattering of you know, cilantro, tomatoes, onions, everything. This is gonna be kind of like your restaurant style. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna throw it in the pan, I'm gonna cook it, I'm gonna add a little garlic, a little salt, a little pepper, a little lime, blow your mind. Get ready. All right, so we got a pan going with a little bit of olive oil. We're gonna take the last bit of our garlic paste. I'm gonna try and crap out a tablespoon here. All right, we're about a tablespoon, so we're good. All right, so I'm gonna do that thing, and we're gonna take our salsa. Oh, baby. All right, get that wooden spatula thing, and let's get it mixed around. Combine the garlic and the salsa, everything else, right? So you can kind of look at the consistency here. So everything's pretty well combined. Olive oil is going to add a little richness to the salsa. Okay, and now we're going to want to season to taste. So we talk about all the time, we like that pepper. So we're just going to drive some pepper into that bad boy. And now, as far as like cooking it now, it's going to do a couple of things. It's going to thicken it. It's going to add a little, it's going to help the flavors kind of come together. Turn it down. Okay, a little bit of salt. And then we're going to mix. Camera wife is holding the baby boy, and he's doing some investigations back there, coming up with new recipes for the channel. Speaking of the channel, guys, look, small channel, we're trying to grow. Like, subscribe, makes a world of difference. I appreciate it. Also hit that notification bell so you know when videos drop. We're going to be doing some cool stuff. We're going to be doing some bread making. We're going to be doing some homemade pickles. What? And we're gonna blow it up. So stick around, check it out. We're gonna let this. It's about done. So we're gonna take this, and then I'm going to put it back in the blender and really make it nice and fine. We're gonna cool it. We're gonna taste it. We're gonna FSU right now. All right, so we took the salsa, put it back in the blender, gave it a whirl, but figured you didn't want to listen to that, so we did it off camera. So now, here we go. Watch this. He's excited. I'm excited. You're excited. There it is. So now we got the fresh Pico de Gallo. We got the fresh homemade restaurant style salsa. Next, we're gonna do a quick guacamole. And then we'll taste it. We'll finish this thing out, and we'll be right back. All right, so now I'm gonna show you how to make a delicious, super easy guacamole. So we're gonna get some nice, fresh, soft avocados and a spoon. So you cut them in half, then just take a spoon, get that guacamole out, get that, and be careful. It's real easy to slip a pit and lose a finger. All right, so I'm gonna take 3 avocados, super easy, get rid of that pit. And then we're gonna spoon out this avocado. We're gonna do this on one video just so you can see how simple it is to make that $23 tableside guacamole that you get at the Mexican restaurant. Okay. Good. Okay. Okay, so we got 3 super fresh avocados chilling. Next, we're going to take some cilantro. Not a ton. And you want this to be chopped up a little bit finer. The table's moving everywhere. Okay, so we got the cilantro about where we want it. It's a lot of cilantro. We're gonna do about half that. And take the other half and put it in this bowl. Save it. All right, now I'm gonna take 1 jalapeno, get rid of the stem, cut this in half. Same thing like we did with the salsa. Right? Just a small dice. Super easy. Don't lose your fingers over it. Got this guy here. What are you doing? Okay. Take these chopped jalapenos. Throw it in there. Same thing. I'm actually just going to use half a jalapeno. See how that does. I don't want this to be super spicy. We're going to take a couple squirts of lime juice. Bat. Easy. Salt. Okay. Some pepper. Now, I'm going to tell this onion who's the boss. Throw that away. Alright, so we got half an onion left. Use that for the next video. We're going to do some carne asada. I'll show you what's up with that. Alright, so we got to take this husk off. Kid is, I don't know if he's anti-salsa or what he's got going on with his life, but you know. Alright, so I'm gonna chop up some onions real thin. About a quarter onion, right? So there's about a quarter onion. Take these. We're going to use about 1/8 of an onion. Whatever. We'll throw that back in the bowl. No big deal. Get rid of this bullshit. And now I'm going to just take my avocado and I'm just going to mash. Right? So you want, when you pick an avocados, make sure they're like super soft. Mix them up, mash them up. Look at this. This poor fork is seen better days, right? Yes, sir. I hear you, buddy. All right, so you can kind of mash the guacamole as much or as little as you want. If you want chunks, don't mash it a ton. If you don't want chunks, you want a smoother guacamole, mash it more. Super simple. Do whatever you like. It's the beauty about cooking. It's your world. We're just cooking in it. Okay, so we've turned that fork into a fuck up. All right, so we're gonna plate this. We'll come back, we'll try all three. We'll let you know how we did. All right, YouTube, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time for Beard to meet the flavor. Take a little Tostitos scoop. Try that guac. Man. Tell Chipotle to fuck right off with their extra charged guacamole, because this blows Chipotle guacamole, which I'm a huge fan of, out of the water. That cilantro, that onion, that jalapeno, a little bit of spice, that cilantro and that onion adds a real nice bit of freshness. That's amazing. Let's see the two salsas. Here we go. Look at this bad boy. Right? All right, let's see what we got going on here. It's still a little warm. I would let it cool. If you leave the salsa overnight to cool, the flavor is just going to get better. Yeah. I know some people don't like cilantro. I'm sorry. I'll just leave it at that. But this is amazing. All the flavors are super well built. The cilantro adds a nice little back end. There's a little heat on the back end, but just super flavorful. You can taste a little bit of that char grilled from the skim, the cook. It really just changes the flavor to cook it. You can make a ton of this. It probably lasts about 5-6 days in the fridge. Football's coming up. Put this on the table with some chips. Do your thing. All right, final test. Our Pico de Gallo. Man. It's amazing how different it is. This and this, the same exact ingredients, and it's amazing how different. This is fresh and bright and amazing. You can't go wrong with either. Sorry for the kid making noise, but look, I thank you guys for watching till the end. We'll see you on the next video. We'll see you later.